Hello everyone. Nice to meet you with the new YouTube channel, that is, Marvel Heroes, broadcast every Sunday at 9 p.m. In today's first video, the character with the same name as the movie will be Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a superhero appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. Created by writer-editor Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko. He first appeared in the anthology comic book Amazing Fantasy #15, August 1962, in the Silver Age of comic books. He has been featured in comic books, television shows, films, video games, novels and plays. Spider-Man's secret identity is Peter Benjamin Parker. Initially, Peter was depicted as a teenage high school student and an orphan raised by his Aunt May and Uncle Ben in New York City after his parents Richard and Mary Parker died in a plane crash. Lee and Ditko had the character deal with the struggles of adolescence and financial issues and gave him many supporting characters, such as Flash Thompson, J. Jonah Jameson, and Harry Osborn. Romantic interests Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane Watson, and the Black Cat, and enemies such as the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, and Venom. In his origin story, Spider-Man gets his superhuman spider powers and abilities after being bitten by a radioactive spider. These powers include superhuman strength, agility, reflexes, stamina, durability, coordination and balance, clinging to surfaces and ceilings like a spider and detecting danger with his precognition ability called Spider Sense. He builds wrist-mounted web shooter devices that shoot artificial spider webs of his own design, which he uses both for fighting and for web swinging across the city. Peter Parker originally used his powers for his own personal gain, but after his Uncle Ben was killed by a thief that Peter could not stop, he began to use his powers to fight crime by becoming Spider-Man. When Spider-Man first appeared in the early 1960s, teenagers in superhero comic books were usually relegated to the role of sidekick to the protagonist. The Spider-Man comic series broke ground by featuring Peter Parker, a high school student from Queens, New York, as Spider-Man's secret identity, whose self-obsessions with rejection, inadequacy, and loneliness were issues to which young readers could relate. While Spider-Man was a quintessential sidekick, unlike previous teen heroes Bucky Barnes and Robin, Spider-Man had no superhero mentor like Captain America and Batman. He had learned the lesson for himself that, with great power comes great responsibility, a line included in a text box in the final panel of the first Spider-Man's origin story, but later retroactively attributed to the late Uncle Ben Parker. Marvel has featured Spider-Man in several comic book series, the first and longest-lasting of which is The Amazing Spider-Man. Since his introduction, the main continuity version of Peter has gone from a high school student to attending college to currently being somewhere in his late 20s. Peter has been a member of numerous superhero teams, most notably the Avengers and Fantastic Four. Dr. Octopus also took on the identity for a story arc spanning 2012 to 2014. Following a body swap plot in which Peter appears to die, Marvel has also published comic books featuring alternate versions of Spider-Man, including Spider-Man 2099, which features the adventures of Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man of the future, Ultimate Spider-Man, which features the adventures of a teenage Peter Parker in the alternate universe, and Ultimate Comics, Spider-Man, which depicts a teenager named Miles Morales who takes up the mantle of Spider-Man after Ultimate Peter Parker's apparent death. Miles later became a superhero in his own right and was brought into mainstream continuity during the Secret Wars event, where he sometimes works alongside the mainline version of Peter. Spider-Man is one of the most popular and commercially successful superheroes. He has appeared in countless forms of media, including several animated TV series. The first original animated series Spider-Man, with Paul Soles voicing the titular character, a live-action television series, syndicated newspaper comic strips, and multiple series of films. Spider-Man was first portrayed in live-action by Danny Seagren in Spidey Super Stories, a recurring skit on the Electric Company from 1974 to 1977. In live-action films, Spider-Man has been portrayed by actors Tobey Maguire in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, by Andrew Garfield in 2 films directed by Mark Webb, and in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by Tom Holland. Reeve Carney originally starred as Spider-Man in the 2010 Broadway musical Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark. Spider-Man was also voiced by Jake Johnson and Chris Pine in the animated film Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. First, paint the man's shape blue, then decorate the red spider web pattern to make Spider-Man's costume. Next, put on red gloves with spider web patterns for Spider-Man. Next is the red spider web motif decoration at the waist for Spider-Man. Next, there is a red spider web motif decorated on the shoulders and neck for Spider-Man, accompanied by a red spider web motif decoration near the feet for Spider-Man. Finally, stick a red spider image on the back and decorate Spider-Man's face with 2 white eyes, because Spider-Man only has 2 white eyes, not a mouth. So the Spider-Man character has been completed. How do you feel about this character? Please comment to let the audience know about the superhero character in Paint 3D software. Before closing the video, remember the old steps. Click like, click share, click subscribe to the channel and click the bell to notify everyone of a new video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye and see you next time.